One day of my life, let's color it outside the lines. So bright, brighter than the rainbow. One night that we live tonight, let's ride till we're out of sight. So far, so they never fade down our halo. Oh, let it go. Oh, let it go. monster.
Hey, it works. Yay!
Good afternoon,
Ladies and gentlemen, wow.
boys and girls, children of all ages.
Welcome to Those Two Nerds,
Those
episode
two nerds.
43.
43.
Not to be confused with 42 or 44, it is 43.
43.
Hope everybody is doing pretty good. I see we had somebody in the chat.
All too easy.
Gerald San?
Thanks for the like.
Gerald San, welcome to the stream. Welcome back, everybody. Hope everybody's weekend's going pretty well. It's a little longer weekend, so that's kind of nice, even though everybody kind of works from home right now. So, like, Monday. Some of you guys don't have to work. Do you have to work?
No, I'm actually off tomorrow.
There we go.
It's like a little bonus in the world of me.
Yeah. Gerald TV. Oh, okay. I remember Gerald. Okay. Oh, my gosh. So, I was a little late.
A little, yeah. It's
For two reasons.
Way of
When your
putting it.
grandfather asks you to help him out with something, you help him out, because guess what? You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that guy.
yeah.
You know? And he's, I wouldn't say he's old, but, you know.
No,
He shouldn't be standing on a makeshift bench that may or may not support him.
No, he's not old. I mean, but he's got bad knees, and he still tries to do so much stuff. But he's really good at trying to get you to do stuff with him right before you're about to do something else. Like right when you're about to leave or you have a thing that you're supposed to be doing, he's got a project for you.
Oh, yeah. And don't worry, it's only going to take 15 minutes.
It's only going to take 15 minutes.
That's the classic phrase. But I hope everybody's doing well. How's the Memorial Day weekend going? Honor all those troops and stuff like that. And, you know, take it as a time of celebration, but also give back a thanks to maybe some military vets or military vets that aren't here anymore. I know that's what kind of Memorial Day is for, is to remember the vets and all that stuff.
Memorial is for the ones that didn't make it home.
Yeah.
Veterans Day is for the ones that did.
Yep. So
Big
salute out to you guys.
to all those guys out there that didn't make it home, we thank you for your sacrifice.
And we hope you're watching Those Two Nerds right now.
In heaven?
Heaven.
Because you know that they got jacuzzis up in heaven for those dudes.
External life force, whatever. Maybe, you know, you got TVs in your casket. I don't know. Who knows?
So, yeah, I mean, I actually got educated pretty well on it last year by actual veterans, and they came out and they were like, hey, we appreciate your supporting people who are in the armed forces, people who have been in the armed forces, but Memorial Day is for the guys that didn't make it.
Yeah. And that's the sad truth. War is not fun.
No, war is, it sucks.
Would you consider being a soldier a good thing in reality?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, it's a job. I mean,
and unfortunately, war isn't gonna go away anytime soon.
War's inevitable. But I mean, it's one of those things. I think if you do it the right ways, and like, if you're a person, because I know a lot of people that come back from war and stuff that have traumatic, you know, injuries to their psychological stance and everything like that. So I mean, you get the help. I mean, I do feel bad for the people that can't get work. It seems like that's an actual like big thing. People can't get work.
Until you can come up with a way to make other countries and other people decide that they don't want to start shit around the world, there's always going to be a need for soldiers.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter.
It's just the way that it is.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you're like a National Guard, because I know National Guard. Everybody's like, National Guard's not soldiers. They still go to boot camp. They still got to do all that stuff. But I mean, it's a good thing, I think. And if it's something you want to do and that's your passion, that's your passion. I mean, no hate towards you.
Not a warmonger. I don't love war. We don't love war.
What are you talking about? I dress up every day like Predator and put the face paint on, like absolute ready to tear up somebody.
And I'll let you guys in on a little not so secret. Most people that serve and have served, they're not warmongers either.
No.
They don't do this because they want to go and shoot other people or blow other people up.
Now some people when they come back, they sound
they
like
do.
they sound like they loved it. They're like,
But
I was on the Tommy gun.
I would say that from most of the vets that I've talked to, that's not what they want to do. That's not why they. It's not why they serve. You know.
Yeah, some did it just to provide for their family or whatever. I mean, so you got to make sacrifices, and that's probably a big sacrifice that I know me personally I wouldn't be able to do. So I have respect to anybody that can do it.
I'm not. Not everybody can. Not everybody has it. It's just like not everybody can be a police officer. Not everybody can be a paramedic. Not everybody can be a doctor. Not everybody can be, a surgeon or whatever. I mean, like there's certain professions that are just catered to certain types of people.
For sure.
And some people just can't do, like firefighters, for instance. Like. You're willingly saying, I'm going to run into this burning building and help people. Not me.
Yeah.
I mean...
I appreciate you saving me.
I mean, thank you for saving me. And I would like to think that if the chips were down, right, I want to feel that most people would do what is necessary or at least attempt to do the right thing.
I agree.
But then when you actually see people in those instances, you see people in those circumstances, you can't really look down on them for not.
Oh, I mean, you got to think about... years ago, talking like World War II and stuff and all that, you get drafted, whether you wanted to go or not, you got to go. And that's what sucks. You get put in these situations that are just like, I'm not even a fighter. I don't want to. And then I can probably tell you numerous amounts of lives that were probably lost on people that never even wanted to be there in the first place.
No, they didn't want to be there. They killed people. They died. Let's see, comment. What if a person generally liked killing people and wanted to do it in a sort of ethical or patriotic way? Well, I tell you, there are some people that are just born for killing stuff. And that's true.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that they're psychopaths. It doesn't mean that they're serial killers. It just means that they're okay with it.
They bleed their country's flag, and that's how they go down. And I'm not saying it's right, and I'm not saying
if that's
it's
a reason
wrong.
to join and serve, and you have that bloodlust in you, that killer attitude, then I say that you're probably in the right field.
And here's what you would rather see. In your mind, as a person, we'll just go American soldier. Okay, you're fighting terrorists. You kill 50 terrorists. Bam. Okay. Would you rather see 50 people killed here for no reason at all, or 50 people that may destroy the world?
Personally, I don't want to see anyone.
I don't want to see anybody die.
I don't. I think that it sucks. I don't think anybody wants to see other people die. I would say on the whole. I can't say everyone. That's not true. There are some people who they just like to watch the world burn.
Yeah,
they do.
Killing is my business, ladies, and business is good. Yeah. No, there's people out there that are just they have a passion for it.
I'd rather them take that creative or murderous impulses
juices
and do it in a constructive way.
Yeah.
To where they're at least helping other people or whatever. I don't want to see somebody like that become a police officer. I don't want to see somebody like that become a bus driver and then just one day snap and wreck the bus or run over a bunch of people. You don't want to see that.
Yeah. But other than that, nothing against them, and that's what it's not about, guys. We're not even going to get any more into it because
we don't support war.
We are nerds. We are nerds. The only thing we get to war is Call of Duty.
we don't support war, but we support the soldiers.
Yeah, but
we also know that sometimes you got to fight.
Yep, Jetty Fortnite. Welcome back to this channel, guys. You guys are popping off today.
All right, so let's go into some gaming news. We actually have some weird gaming news now. We haven't had any gaming news in I don't know, Corona. Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2
remix. Yep,
it's coming back.
People want Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3.
Are you stoked for it though?
I am. I think it's a neat game, and I think if they updated the graphics to graphics of nowadays,
they got the demo out, man. It's amazing. Have you tried it?
I haven't tried it. I saw Jack Black play it.
God, it's so good. Well, he played with Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
So, no, it's incredible, and the soundtrack. They're getting all the original soundtrack. The soundtracks for those games were amazing.
But that's my thing. Update the graphics on it. I'm fine with you re-releasing a game that was good. It worked for WoW. WoW did it. Yeah. Guess what? WoW strived. WoW got a lot of its players back.
How do you feel about, remasters versus remakes? Which would you rather see most of the time? Would you rather them take a game that you know and love and remaster it, update the graphics, keep the game pretty much the same, and just rehash it and put another $60 price tag on it? Or are you more on the camp of, if you're gonna re-release it, make it different. It's got to have that feel.
So if you're gonna remaster a game, you better have 95% of the game still there, like the whole feel. Why did that game be successful? Was because of the things that were in it, and that's why I prefer the remakes of just the updated graphics. Give me the same exact game, I'm gonna buy it. If it was a good enough game, I'm gonna rebuy it. It's just like WoW Classic. I mean, WoW Classic's a little different because it was just with that $15. Like, you got to play both retail and
you didn't have to do
Classic.
anything to get it.
But
if you were already playing WoW, you got.
I would have bought WoW Classic regardless. I 100% would have bought WoW Classic, $60 price tag, and if they would have re-released collector's editions, you know how dope that would be.
So we got a comment that says remaster has to be a little different in my opinion. And I agree.
And
here's why. The two most fresh in my mind remasters that I remember that actually were pretty successful were actually not remasters, they're remakes. And that was Final Fantasy VII.
Yep.
And Resident Evil 2.
And those are all good games, and they all got their popularity back, if you want to call it that.
Resident Evil 2
was beautiful.
You might no offense to you OG Resident Evil players. Resident Evil 2, the original, was a great game when it came out.
Yeah.
It was a great game.
Oh, yeah.
When you go back and play that game now, it's a steaming pile of crap because they use the fear element of the camera angles and stuff to where you couldn't rotate and move it around to scare you because you didn't know what was around the corner. The gameplay overall, I mean, it still had that same feel from Resident Evil 1, that puzzle solving, whatever, but the remake is incredible. And if you haven't played the remake, I'm sorry, yeah, it's a remake, not a remaster. The remake of Resident Evil 2, it's incredible.
And I think
it's beautiful. They took everything that you wanted it to be and then some. It's a whole new game. It has the same kind of story.
That's why I think it's okay. I think it's okay to have your remasters. In some games, in all honesty, you could make better if you remastered it. Maybe add the extra graphics, maybe some extra features and stuff like that. Keep a lot of the core concept, what made the game fun. And there's some games that are going to do better remake. You can give them the same game, just some updated graphics, and bam. Maybe add a feature or two and you call it a day.
It's because they took the camera style from Resident Evil 4, that over-the-shoulder, third-person game style.
Yeah.
And they ramped it up from, what it was in Resident Evil 4. They jacked it up to a 10, man. I mean, it's out there. The lighting is amazing. The sound effects are... And if you want to be scared, no lie, put your headphones on, put that thing in surround sound mode. Yeah. You will wet your pants when these things are jumping out at you. These baddies are coming through the windows at you. They're crawling down the stairs because you can hear them, but you can't see them.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
I mean, it's just
you might as well take the original and throw it away.
It's just like when Resident Evil, the new one that just came out, that game blew me away because it had the fear element. It had everything I ever wanted in a scary horror game because it gave me enough action to where I was like, oh my god, I'm killing these guys.
Did you love Resident Evil 7?
Loved it.
Because there's a lot of people that did not. They said that they didn't like that first person.
Where was the one where they were like in Africa?
I think
was that 5?
5? 4,
5?
4 or 5.
So I loved Resident Evil 5. I thought Resident Evil 5 was pretty good. I thought Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 7 in VR is beautifully done. Like,
oh my god, you are not lying.
I mean, but I think when you play those types of games, you buy into that. And when you can master a VR technology that I would say is fairly still alpha, beta type stuff, because they're really pushing the limits. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think in 10 years, VR is going to be the thing. And once they master it. But PS4 did a really good job, and they worked really well with the VR technology. And Resident Evil 7 is not only enjoyable on VR, but also enjoyable on the console.
I will tell you that Resident Evil 7 is actually more enjoyable in VR, especially if you're not good at shooting games. Yeah. All of a sudden, I put that VR helmet on, and what I looked at, I could hit.
And he gives him the side turn.
I mean, I felt gangster. I couldn't even beat the one boss on the hard difficulty level to get the platinum trophy without the VR helmet. Villain came in and says
Resident Evil sucks. And he said, "What's up, bitches? What's up to you?"
He's just playing an actual horror game like Visage.
So
I have not played Visage.
So there's some horror games that I've seen out there, and I know we have some horror fans out there that like those types of games. And I saw this couple play one the other night, and I can't remember what it was, and it was by far the scariest game. ever. Like, I mean, it was legitimately it felt like I was watching a horror movie, but I was in it. And I was watching. I wasn't even playing. And I kind of felt for them playing. And once your villain is lying, I never killed Tifu, so don't listen to him.
Look, I know that there's some people out there that hate on the Resident Evil series for whatever reasons, but I'm OG. I grew up, I played the original Resident Evil 1 on PS1, and I tell you, the game scared me so bad back when it first came out that I couldn't even go to sleep. I was over at your dad's house. It was before you even existed, and I'm playing Resident Evil 1, and he goes to bed, and I'm sitting down on his couch, and I'm like, well, I could go to sleep, but I was like, nah, I got to keep playing. I beat that game in a weekend. No internet, no guide, nothing.
Gerald, thank you, man. Welcome to the YouTube. Have both up for us, please. Man, we have so many people in here.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it.
Like, I want to talk to you guys, but I also want to talk to him because it's a good conversation. Like, it's so...
What do you think about... Because I have ideas for VR games, and I agree with you. I think that VR horror is probably the best representation of VR.
It's slow enough pace to where you don't feel that motion sickness, to where you can kind of walk... Because, I mean, in a horror game, you're not going to want to sprint all the way through. I mean, you might be sprinting to get away from a monster, but, like...
Here's my pitch, and why is this not a game yet? Okay,
I'm ready. Give it to me.
So you know how you go to like haunted houses in the fall,
yeah.
Right? You go to we go to, what is it, the Hanatuchi and
yeah,
whatever. Why is that not a game yet? There's no there's no sense of danger. People love walking simulators. Why not have a haunted house?
So haunted house simulator,
like multiple levels, and like it gets scarier as you go up.
I mean, but I don't know. I mean, I think it'd be tough because like. I think what would make it cool is if you did horror places that were in the United States, or top like 100 horror places, and you make a game out of it.
I think that would be cool. Yeah,
you make all the boards the exact layout.
Hey, thanks for the follow.
And I think it's a neat thing. I think that would be a neat concept, and I'm surprised nobody has done it.
Maybe they're working on it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably somewhere on the underground.
You get into like weird licensing rights because those people that own those attractions, they own them. I mean. Yeah. You can't replicate it in any way and whatnot, and it's just like everything else. I mean,
yeah.
when you're dealing with music and anything that someone else owns, it becomes like this weird slippery slope.
Yeah.
Have I seen the new trailer for The Last of Us?
Person welcome as well. It's from
YouTube. That's a YouTube viewer. We hardly ever get anyone on YouTube, so thank you.
Yeah. Next year you drop the sub. We try and drop more content here and there.
We're working on it. It's really hard.
It's hard when you have two people that don't really know how to edit.
Yeah, we're not good at video editing.
So, and like it's expensive to pay people for it, and we're just cranking up to 15 viewers right now. We're just Memorial Day weekend.
We were on fire. Everyone's at home right now. So, Last of Us, yes, I saw it. What did you think?
I think it's good. I think it's going to be a great game.
Have you finished the original?
I have not. But I mean, everybody that I've seen ever play Last of Us, and I've watched the trailers. I watched it at E3. They're beautifully done. Like you feel for the characters. You sit there and you feel for them, and that's what's kind of cool. Is like
no spoilers,
when you grow that attachment.
No spoilers for people that haven't played it, but I tell you, man, that first probably 15 minutes of that game, I mean, it will rip your heart out through your chest.
Yeah,
just sadness. You just start like, I'm not crying, you're crying.
Yeah, it's tough. Those are some really tough games to play. It was just like when I played Dead Island. Yeah. Dead Island games are sick. And they're even more fun because you can play the whole campaign. It's like Left 4 Dead, but more campaign-ish, I would say.
Yeah, Jan and I, we picked those up a while back, and I was having a hard time getting into the combat, but I liked the concept of it.
Oh, the way you can kill some of the zombies in the game are hilarious. It's literally Far Cry Zombie Edition.
I like Far Cry. Far Cry was fun.
Dude, the newest Far Cry, I know it's old, is probably one of the best Far Cry's ever been.
Far Cry 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, I finished that one. I didn't play New Dawn, which is kind of like a direct sequel-ish to the Far Cry 5, but it was really good.
Yeah.
But I guess back to this whole like remake versus remaster thing. I feel because we always complain that Hollywood has run out of ideas. They have nothing new to give us.
You're not wrong.
So they're always like, oh, we're going to remake this movie. We're going to redo this movie, whatever. And sometimes it works really well.
I would say,
and I would say most of the time it does not.
I would say 75% of the time it works. And the ones that make me the most angry are everybody, it's literally a meme, is anime remakes. So when they try to take anime series and try to bust one movie out and make it that's the movie, and it bombs, and everybody that watched the anime is like, you missed so much important story. I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea. I just think you can't take a whole series that has so much content and so much filler in it, and you just lose that when you do a remake of anime.
Let's see. I would rather have a remake like Modern Warfare than a remaster like Modern
Warfare Remastered?
Okay.
I would rather have... Okay, so with Modern Warfare... So when you do remakes, I agree. They may say... So Modern Warfare Remastered, which I believe you're talking about COD 4 Remastered. So what you got to realize is that the game is not what you thought it was. So you get this ideal image in your head, and then you go back and play it, and you're like, there's no way I played on this. And it kind of gives you that false sense of like, wow, these graphics are really good. Oh my God. And then you go play a game that's currently up to date with all the updated graphics and processing. Like, no joke, go back and play Modern Warfare and look at the graphics. So the reason why they did the remastered is to be able to tweak the weapons, be able to do all that, and make it better and make it able to be played.
Some games are definitely, when they come out, they are so revolutionary. They're so ahead of anything that's out there, or just so unique. But sometimes they get held back by clunky mechanics or clunky graphics. It's just the limitations of technology at the time.
Oh, yeah.
And then you know that those game developers and stuff, they're like, man, we wanted to do this and this and this, and we couldn't because it didn't exist, or we didn't have the means to do it. We didn't have the money to do it.
That's my thing.
So when they've released some of these games and they re-release them, I think that there's definitely a space for remakes, and I definitely think that there's a space for remasters.
For sure.
I think that if a game isn't that old and they want to touch it up and put a new coat of paint on it.
Yeah.
My biggest gripe with it is that a lot of times they get those dollar signs in their eyes, and they want to charge you another full price for the game.
So Modern Warfare 2, anybody that doesn't know this, if you own current Call of Duty, you'll see it in the price shop that you can buy Modern Warfare 2 campaign only for $25. $25. Modern Warfare 2 came out when the Xbox was a few years old. And don't get me wrong, Modern Warfare 2 probably has one of the best campaigns. It is probably one of the most beloved games besides Black Ops.
I actually think I played that one.
So,
and I'm not big into the Call of Duty franchise.
Yeah, so my thing is Modern Warfare 2 was so ahead of its time. Like, if you had played that game back in the day, you're like, oh my God, these graphics are fucking sick. Like, this game is sick.
I'm wetting my pants right now. These graphics are amazing.
And when you go to well, by the way, guys, big hint to you guys. I don't know, inside of the files, there's a 44 gig update coming out. So I suggest you buy it now at a $25 price tag, because
it's going on.
Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer will be in it. They did the same thing for Call of Duty 4, and it's a sales driver, because guess what? If I tell you, I'm only going to give you the campaign, you probably won't buy it, but I'm like, oh, I'm going to bring you Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, the most beloved multiplayer in the game.
Alex Sky, welcome to the show. I know that you kind of lurk sometimes. The Spyro trilogy remains pretty fun, definitely nostalgic.
Oh my gosh, and
the Spyro
they've
trilogy,
remade that.
The rematch, that's definitely a full-on remaster. Mm-hmm. It's not a remake. Now, they may have touched up areas of the game, but basically they took the old game, they touched everything up, they made it shiny and new, and I'm going to tell you what, for that being kind of like a low-key, almost like a kid's game, that game is gorgeous.
Spyro is beautifully done. I mean, don't get me wrong. There is games out there that I would love to see either remastered or remade, and I don't care what the price tag is, because here's my thing. If it's a beloved game and you did really well back in the day when this thing sold, you're only going to do better, because guess what? Word travels around. Why do you think when WoW Classic re-released WoW Classic that everybody was like, I'm coming back to WoW? That is the nostalgia.
I feel better about a package like Spyro.
Yeah.
You get 3 games in it.
Yeah.
The Crash Bandicoot remastered trilogy, I got 3 games in it.
Yeah.
I would have probably preferred to be able to go, I just want to play the original Spyro. charge me $20 for it. But the fact that I got 3 games for $60, if you're a
Whatever.
Spyro fan, yeah.
So Jetty, I know you've already asked this question once and we kind of missed it. Thoughts on Goliath? I think it's Goliath.
Pardons?
Pardons? I've never heard
I've
of
never
it.
even heard of this game.
We'll have to look it up. I will make sure we both look it up.
Goliath
and,
of Pardon. What kind of game is this? Is it like real-time strategy, role-playing game, shooter?
and then person, would you call Castle Crashers a remastered?
I
haven't I haven't played it.
It's definitely a remaster because they amped up the frames per second. Now you can get a solid 60 frames per second.
Okay.
Gameplay is smoother. They touched up the graphics a little bit, and I tell you, because I bought it on Switch, the remastered, it's amazing, and I didn't mind paying them because that company, Behemoth, man, you know how many hours I put into the original Castle Crashers.
So Castle Crashers is a beautiful game, and did they change anything as far as like did they just make the game look better?
It's basically a remaster. It's a remaster. They took the old game, they made the graphics a little sharper, not much. I mean, the game already looked pretty good and it's kind of cartoony, but they did improve the frame rate.
So that's my thing.
That's a remaster.
Castle Crashers, beautiful game. I love that game. That game was my Xbox childhood. Every time he come over.
Now did they have to do a lot to remaster it? No, but they also didn't charge you $60 for the game.
No, they probably charge you a $20.
I think it was $20 or $30. I don't remember. It might have been $40 at the most, and to me, it was worth it.
And the thing is, if you have a game that's that loved, and I'll keep going back to that point, if you have a game that's loved, that is how much it's loved, you will always get whatever price tag you throw on it.
My biggest gripe with the Castle Crashers remaster was I played it on Xbox. I would have liked to have been able to carry my save file over to the new game. And I know some games do that.
That's a lot of work, though.
It is, though. But my Blue Knight on the original Castle Crashers was over level 100. And now I basically had to start all the way over, but it's fine because the game's really fun.
Oh, and finding all the little secret pets.
Oh, it's such a cool game.
Yeah. RPG Demolition. So I've never gotten into that category. Like I've never.
What is an RPG Demolition?
Is it similar to like the what is it, War on Tanks or whatever it is, where it's basically like you're a tank, you're an RPG, but you're a tank and you try to you go to war with other tanks and you.
I don't think I've ever heard of that genre.
I've never heard of it, but
if I go to Steam, it doesn't recommend that genre for me. I
know.
I get recommended a lot of games that are 100+ hours.
So one good one, by the way, that's a really good game, and I highly recommend people check it out. Is Crucible. Crucible is a new fighting. It's a RP. I believe it's a third-person shooter / strategy game, but it you control one character. And it's pretty cool. So,
let's see. What are your thoughts on the Mass Effect remasters coming out? I thought the Mass Effect series was cool. I know that there's a bunch of gamers who have never played them, and I feel like it's a pretty good time to remaster them.
I you can't go wrong. It's like World of Warcraft and League of Legends.
Oh, okay. Well, I might actually like that kind of game then.
I mean, and my thing is if it's a popular game, it will do fine.
And this game is called Goliath of the Paladins. Is that what?
Or Paladins or Paladins?
Paladins.
I have it in the chat here.
We're gonna look it up. I promise you, next week, one of us will have either played it or looked at a lot more footage of it or whatever, and we'll have more info on it.
Yeah.
But you're saying it's kind of a mash of World of Warcraft and League. That sounds right up your alley, man. You love both of those games.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So
Shadowlands comes out soon. I need to maybe turn back on the account. I hate WoW. It's such a monster sucker.
Jason, are you talking about Dauntless? Because that's like Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Because I know he was mentioned earlier in the chat. I don't know how delayed his responses and stuff are, but he was telling we should get a party together to play Dauntless. Jen and I actually played Dauntless a few times. It's really fun. You can play from your PC, your Xbox, PlayStation, your Switch, whatever you want to, and you can all play together. It's got crossplay.
So the game I've actually been getting into, and we'll kind of move into this category of the whatever chat or podcast session. What are you doing this week?
As far as
what are you what have you done this week, gaming?
Divinity 2,
Divinity,
and Final Fantasy 7 remake.
Okay.
Man, I love both those games. So I took under a huge undertaking on my part. I found this website, and I don't know, maybe some of you guys out there in the channel might know a better suggestion for me, but I was looking for either an iOS app or a piece of software or a website or something on PC that I could use that would let me keep track of all of my digital games. Now, they're like, well, why don't you just log into your library and look at them? I was like, no, I kind of wanted all of my digital games from everywhere all together.
All in one spot.
Now, I already have an app that keeps track of like what physical games I have, and it will let me keep track of my digital games, but
it's kind of clunky.
It doesn't. The app I'm using basically for the value of my collection. So your digital games have no value. You can't sell them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it seemed kind of redundant. So I found a website. It's called backloggery.com. So that's really weird. I'll put a link up in chat at some point.
Okay.
And what it is, it's got a very cool retro feel to it. You input your games. Everything is manual. There's nothing really that pretty or attractive. You don't see box art or anything on the channel, which I didn't like. That would have been cool. But it will show you overall, like, you put each game when you enter it in, it falls under, like, one of several different statuses.
Okay.
It's got unplayed. So if you've bought a game and never played it, and believe me, we're all guilty of that.
Yep.
You have a game that you've started but haven't beaten. That would be unfinished. Then you've got a game that you really can't beat. Something like World of Warcraft or Animal Crossing or The Sims. That would be just considered null. So it'll go to your overall game count total, but since you can't really beat it,
okay,
you know what I mean. Like, then they have a category for beaten, meaning that you've at least seen the end credits, or you've gotten to the last boss, or you've basically achieved the main objective in the game.
Okay.
And then they have another category called completed, and that's what I would say is you've done everything in the game. You've unlocked all the items, you've unlocked all the achievements, you've unlocked all the stuff. I actually had a couple of games for platinum. So I put all my games in on all of my systems except for I haven't done my Steam games yet.
Okay.
And I'm realizing that I have a lot of games that I've never even turned on.
Yeah.
But what I liked about it is it's kind of sort of like a journal, right? So as long as you update it when you're playing stuff, it kind of shows that you're making progress. So right now in Divinity, the last few days I've been updating that. When I've been playing Final Fantasy, I've been updating that. And actually, because, you know, when you're playing a game, you know it's going to take you 60 or 70 hours to beat it. And you're like, oh, God, this game's going to take me forever. But when you see it, and you're like, okay, I'm 10 hours in now. In my last journal entry, I wrote that I was 12 hours in.
Yeah.
Like, you feel like you're actually making progress towards it.
I mean...
And getting to check one off the list feels great.
But then you see you have 45,000 other games still unbeaten. Yeah.
Right now, it says that I have 450 games total on my list. That's across all of my systems. I know I have more than that, but that's just what I've got in there right now.
Okay.
I didn't count any of my old retro games as... I put all of them as null, because I don't really feel like going back and playing all of those. So just keeping track of what was on PS4 and Switch, it says that I have 80... I think it was 85% of my games are unfinished and or unplayed. Some combination of the two.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And
Shocker.
it's it made me kind of go, I want to knock some games off my list.
Yeah, I mean, I think when it comes to that, I mean, like I said, everybody's guilty of buying the game, turned it on, playing it maybe 3 or 4 times in a 2-week span, or maybe grinding it for 2 weeks, and you never touch that game again.
It's one of those things, though. It's not that you don't like the game. You actually probably enjoy the game.
You find something else, or I would say most of us gamers have ADHD, and they can't stay focused on one thing too long, because I can tell you numerous amounts of times where I'm like, I sit in my bed knowing damn well I have thousands of games I haven't even touched, never even turned on, and I sit there and I'm like, man, I have nothing to play.
I have nothing to do. I think I'll just play League again. You know?
Yeah, like I'll go play the game I've already wasted my life with, like, and I think that's a guilty thing of everybody that plays any kind of game, and it's insane. So, by the way, let's get caught up on chat here. Caden Novello, welcome. Yo.
Person asks, have you played the new Zelda Link's Awakening? Yes. I have played I can't even really call that a remaster. Yeah. I would say that falls in between remaster and remake, because it is basically a whole new game. They didn't just take the Game Boy game and just do it.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
Alex, when you're paying for a subscription, I tend to prioritize that one. I think that's common.
Yeah,
but I think
if you got World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy,
we both agree that World of Warcraft, there's been times where we're not even touching the game. The game doesn't even turn on ever. Yeah. We don't even log into BattleNet.
Yeah, it makes me sad.
And all you see in your bank account statements is $15.
$15 this month. Thank you for that, sir.
And then you're like, man, I'm gonna cancel that when I get home. You get home, next month,
You forgot.
Same thing goes around, and you end up paying for 2 years straight.
No, actually, not anymore, man. I told you with subscription games. So because I've been kind of playing Final Fantasy 14 off and on,
Yeah.
I've been getting those like either 1 month or 2 month cards.
Nobody does that.
But yeah, but I'm telling you, it's really worked out for
It
me
helps.
because when the subscription's out,
You have to get your ass up and go.
if
get
you
it.
want to play again,
sometimes I am
you gotta
lazy
go
myself.
get the.
That's it. I'm taking my shirt off.
Trudy, thank you for the donation again. This was our mystery guest referee last week. It feels weird not having her here. I'm not gonna lie. I know she's only was here for one show, but it feels weird.
It made us want to add more people.
Yeah.
On the show.
What's
and,
going on, Maggie? Thanks for the wavy.
And guys, this is our what is this sellout moment. If you guys do donate anything to us, know that it is not required subs and all that stuff. Twitch Primes, whatever you got, maybe free subs. All donations and stuff, we are not like, oh my god, we're so effing rich now.
We actually take
we
the
take all the-
donations that we
and
get,
we throw them back either to
the show.
gifts for you or stuff for the show, maybe
Yeah.
equipment, stuff like that. Like, I know we have a few things we want to buy
Yeah.
that are on the more expensive side, so we're like, maybe we'll just wait for.
Honestly, right now, I think because we're talking about getting some better cameras.
Yeah. That's
we
like
might,
a
we might get us
$1,500 purchase.
a better green screen area. We might do some other things, but the camera for sure.
And it's like $1,300.
So I mean, we're taking whatever. Now I have not quite hit affiliate yet on Twitch, but I'm close. I'm very close.
Yeah.
So I'll be able to actually get money for doing that maybe
I'm
eventually.
so proud of you.
And it only took a while, but thank you everybody that's been going on my Twitch channel
Yeah,
and
of course.
not my Facebook. If you have the option to go between the two,
And
I appreciate it.
And seriously, like, I don't think you guys really understand. And this was kind of a humbling moment I watched the other night. So anybody that doesn't know who TST is, if you came from the COD scene, you probably know who they are. It was essentially 3 guys. They've been buddies for 10 years. Hitch a Ride, it's his Twitch name. He basically, like, he played, like, competitive Call of Duty. He was in a professional sniping team. Like, this dude was at the pinnacle of his life. And then Optic Gaming kind of shut down. So 2018 rolled around. He got released from the roster. Not on anything bad. Nobody else picked him up. So this guy, like, plummeted popularity-wise. And this dude took 3 of his best friends, and they actually made a Twitch group, if that makes sense. They used one account, and that's what they streamed off of, and they made all these highlight clips, and now they're one of the fastest growing people in the last year. And to them, you can see the humbling experience, and they kind of came out, and I couldn't agree more. This right here, we're gonna do every week, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's
we
one of
may
us,
actually end up doing it more than one day if we.
yeah, I mean, one of us, maybe 2 of us, or it doesn't matter. But we like the show 10 times more when you guys are here. We can sit here and talk
all day. We did it.
We can turn.
We did this without anybody.
Yeah, and we
For
could
months.
we could turn that camera off and talk for 5-6 hours about anything, whether it's from relationship advice to, man, my roles in D&D sucked last night.
Yeah,
Couldn't believe.
and that's why we really like the questions and stuff, guys. If you want to
Yeah.
ask something, and it doesn't have to be gaming related.
And I think at the early ends of the show, you guys can even go back, and we probably didn't talk about it. We weren't ever gonna look at chat ever. It was just gonna be strictly
Originally, no.
No, we were never gonna care what you guys had to say.
We were just gonna get up here and talk, do our thing, and
you guys could drop a $1,000 bomb or something like that, and we were just
we
gonna
were just gonna be like, nah,
keep
we
going,
don't care.
keep going to the script. And we noticed that you guys are way more interactive when we're sitting here, like asking you guys the personal questions, and I think that's awesome. So we appreciate you guys. And we can't do this show without you.
Well, we can, but
It's just
it
way
is-
more
It is
fun.
way more fun with you guys.
And we want to give you guys something to look forward to on Sundays, because we do compete with sports. I mean, we've gotten lucky that sports are canceled.
We got a lot of. I mean, we have the people that do watch us every week. I would say that they really, really, really enjoy the show.
I think you would have to. I wouldn't get on and watch them.
I wouldn't. I don't watch some TV shows I like every week.
Just because people like Gilmore Girls doesn't mean I'm going to sit there and watch Gilmore Girls. No. But if I actually liked Gilmore Girls, I might watch Gilmore Girls.
But no, I mean we've tossed out the idea a little bit more about like a coalition sort of thing, and we
Yeah.
have a few people that either are streaming a little bit. We're trying to push them into streaming more before we kind of be like, hey, you should come and be a part of the Those Two Nerd brand and So yeah, I mean, we got a couple potentials. I got a couple people who don't stream. I'm gonna be like, you should stream
Yeah.
because I think that you'd be fun to watch.
And what comes with, I mean, I guess signing with a brand is like, you can't be one of those people that are like, I'm going to stream for a month and I'm going to look really good and consecutive. And then like the next 6 months, you never turn it back on again.
It sounds like someone that I know.
Yeah, I streamed like consistent for like 4 months, was really successful with it. And it was probably the most successful time. And
I've been on every week.
And then like,
I'm streaming every week.
I'm so bad at it. I'm so bad.
I am on every week.
I know.
Consistently.
I mean,
I alternate Mondays and Thursdays now, but I'm on every week.
I guess you could say I'm on
I missed Friday because we couldn't play.
Yeah, that was... So that's what I would say. I'm technically on every week. I would just like to stream more for you guys. And a lot of times it's like I'm busy doing stuff or like I'll take a nap and it's 10 o'clock and I'm like, I don't really want to turn it on for an hour and a half.
So
2 hours.
I mean, I told you should be. You asked me what I'm up to. I said Divinity, and I'm like, man, we should play this game. And you didn't. You bailed on me. You played Call of Duty.
Actually, you want to know something really sad about that night? I did not.
I saw you online. I said you were playing Call of Duty.
It's because I left my... So, funny story with that. We have a fake viewer, and if you are here, you know your name. I'm calling you fake.
We have a fake viewer?
Yeah, you'll know who I'm talking about. Who do I normally play video games with? Abel.
Yeah, all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
So...
You play games with him more than you play games with me, and I'm offended by that because I'm really fun to play games with.
So I basically was like, hey, I'm going to get some tacos because we were celebrating my girlfriend's birthday this past week. And I was like, I'm going to be on at 9:30. And I was on at 9:15. I was 15 minutes early. Shocker.
Which is really weird for him.
So, and I'm like, save me a spot. This man plays with another team for 4 fucking hours. I didn't get to play one game that night. Not one game.
You could have been on playing Divinity with me.
I thought legitimately I had a spot, and I was like, oh.
P.S. Anyone out in the channel that has Divinity 2 and wants to play, I will play, because I actually just figured out a whole bunch of stuff on the game, and I know how to escape the island now.
Yep.
That's my PSA for the day. It took like months, man. I've been turning this game on, and it's one of those games that's like really hard to get into.
Yeah.
But I stopped looking at it like a video game and started looking at it like
A board
Dungeons
game.
and Dragons.
Yeah.
I looked at it more like a board game, and I tell you what, the second that I did that, I was like, man, this game is way easier than it was last month.
Dude, so this is kind of really off topic, but I had a really scary dream last night.
A scary what?
Scary dream. Like a nightmare?
Oh,
But like I guess like I've seen
Okay.
so many horror movies now that like scary dreams, I just want to keep knowing what's going to happen next. Like so I kept having a dream of like killer children, which is like
Children of the Corn?
sure. I mean,
Okay.
so
Kids are fucking creepy anyway.
exactly. So I kept waking up because I started getting scared, and I was like, okay, I got to wake up, make sure I'm still like, this is not real life
I
anymore.
pinched myself. Now I'm alive.
Okay. And then I go back to sleep, trying to get back into that dream.
Yeah.
Trying to go back to sleep, and I'm like, come on.
Then he dreams about the Care Bears or something.
Yeah. But no, I don't know. The past like 2 weeks, well, mainly since COVID all started, like I have way more vivid dreams. Like I can remember them. I actually write them down, like the badass ones, because I'm like, what if I have a cool ass thought, like never been thought of before, and I'm like, I can invent something.
Let's see. Jason says, I needed to give it another try. I played it like twice and just couldn't get into it. Well, like, not to be offensive or a jerk or anything, but if you're like, if you have a really hard time getting into Divinity, you might as well just save your $60 and not buy Baldur's Gate, because it's made by the same game studio. It's basically the same type of game.
Word. Yeah.
I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything, but if you have a hard time getting into that, you won't get Baldur's Gate at all.
Okay, so person, do I actually know who you are? Because if I actually know who you
1v1
are,
on Modern Warfare tonight.
because I will promise you,
Sounds like someone just called you out.
I could be absolutely shit-faced and beat half the world. Without any fucking problem. I have video. I actually know who you are. Okay. Well, maybe I might not be able to. So like, it could be. I don't want to play this game of like, you know who I am. Like, I'll give you 3 guesses.
The old Gate games are not like the new things. What I mean by that is they pretty much said. I mean, I've watched all the gameplay footage. Divinity 2 has its fingerprints all over Baldur's Gate 3 because it's the same studio.
Yeah.
It's not the old studio. So I think that, and I think this was the same thing for me, Jay. When I was playing, you have to be in like the right frame of mind to play that type of game.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
And if you're looking at it like a video game, like an action RPG, it's not at all. It is a board game. Everything about it is strategic and board gamey. You go wandering off. I mean, this is the same guy that got us killed in the tutorial, but you go wandering off or accidentally click the wrong thing or do the wrong thing, there's consequences to your actions. You go wander off and fight an enemy or find an enemy that's too hard, you die. But you also have to be okay with, like, resetting.
Yeah.
Saving and resetting and trying again. Like, you have to be okay with that. So, I would say give it another shot. But I won't lie. If you don't like it, if you can't get into it, you might as well save your $60 and not buy Baldur's Gate. It's going to be almost identical.
A and B. I'm sorry, I don't know. Just whatever your Twitch name is. If you want to add me, okay, we'll talk.
Okay.
I'm very coach on PSN, so just add me.
All right. So we talked about we didn't play D&D this week. I did, but you didn't.
No. Yeah. Just with traveling and stuff, and I know. Two of our players couldn't play, and we were like, well, we could continue with 4.
The map, my game didn't change much. You said, and that's true that it didn't.
I laughed so fucking hard because I really wasn't paying attention to the sound, so I thought you guys were in the same spot 3 hours later.
No,
I'm like,
we weren't.
were you guys seriously just sitting there asking questions for 3 hours?
Yeah.
Like, I would have beat my dick across the table, man. I would have been so angry. but I mean, I actually talked to a few people this past 2 or 3 days ago about like maybe rolling another game because, I mean, we don't know what's gonna happen with everything starting back up.
When they start letting, I guess,
People back.
people to hang out.
Yeah.
I definitely want to get a live action game going again.
But I only want to have 4 to 5 players.
Yeah, 4 to 5
max.
players max.
5 would be the max, and like it would.
I don't need to necessarily play every week, but
No.
But I want. But when I play, I
want people in character.
It's hashtag serious time. I want to play for 4+ hours.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to play for 4+ hours. None of this. Well, I'm tired. Don't. Nope. It's for serious.
Yeah, and like people in characters.
Still
people...
having fun.
Oh yeah.
Still having a good time.
Pizza, beer, and everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll make sure it's the full 9 yards.
Be prepared though to sit at that table for 4 or more hours.
Yeah.
With maybe breaks in between every couple hours.
Yeah, but I would love to have an in-game session, and I have guaranteed right now 2 people. Guaranteed. Like, and that's not counting me or you.
And I told you before, your one nephew, Aiden, he is dying to play. He said he will play.
But guess what? He's got to find his way here because I ain't picking him up.
I think he has a car now, doesn't he? Or a license.
Is he seriously that old?
Dude, yeah, he's 18 almost.
God, I'm being a grave soon.
If not, I'm sure like he'll be getting it soon. Because
if he's 18, there's no way
he's got to be. He's as old as Faith, almost.
Faith's graduated.
I think he's got to be 16 or 17, bro.
God damn. I don't have my license yet. You think you can beat me at Call of Duty and you can't even fucking touch the steering wheel?
You're not allowed to talk shit to the person who just followed us on.
Oh no, I'm just kidding.
Asshole.
I'm just giving you a hard time. I don't really.
You guys talk shit on the battlefield. On the podcast, we do not talk shit to our fans.
I didn't get my license until I was 17. So
I didn't get mine until I was 21. Who cares?
Yeah. Now my parents, I told them. Well, mine got held back a little bit because you should never tell your parents. I learned all my driving techniques from GTA. Don't say that. That's probably what. Any night we can host. Yeah, we're looking at a few.
They have a pretty good.
Yeah.
They have a gaming area now.
Yeah, we're looking at a few things to do.
And they don't live that far. They live in it's outside of Granville. It's not far at all.
Yeah, we're looking. Like I said, we're trying to get a group, and the thing about it is it has to be a weekend, and that's what's tough because we have the podcast every Sunday, which we're not really looking to change the time on. Now we'll go play. I think I personally, I don't know about you. After a podcast, I would go somewhere and play D&D for till 11 o'clock because I don't care. Because, I mean, yeah, I have to be up at work, but at the same time, if I'm playing D&D, I'm going to be happy. Mm-hmm. So, but we don't know. It just, there's a lot of spinning factors, and this is something that wouldn't be until, like, I would say, 2 or 3 months down the road, minimum?
Probably.
Yeah, because I have some things coming up to where I know for sure I'll be busy. So... We'll get there. But I will be...
The live games are coming back, though. I like playing online. It's fine playing online. It's great.
I want to roll some damn dice my own self.
It's it's not the same kind of experience.
I've almost been tempted to, when we play online, to roll my own dice. I'm almost
Do it.
But I'm like, I don't want to hit a whole bunch of good rolls or people call me cheater because, fuck them.
Don't get me wrong. I think having the ability to play online is great.
Yeah.
Because it does alleviate one of the biggest problems with gaming, which is why video games have strived so much, is it's real easy to call up your buddy and say, hey, you want to get on and play
I'm not home right now.
Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
You want to play Mortal Kombat for an hour or so? Cool. Yeah, he's at home. He doesn't have to come over to your house and play.
Yeah.
So,
because some people, if you told them, hey, you want to come over for an hour, they're like, it's not really worth it.
I don't want to do that. Like,
yeah.
They hate that idea.
But we'll figure it out. Gosh, what time is it?
I don't know. We've been on for a while.
Because I know I have one of our fans' Memorial Day parties today.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to end the show right now.
You barely made it to the show anyway.
Like I said, my grandpa needed something. He needed me.
You know what's sad about that? That's my dad, and I was like, he'll figure it out.
Dickhead.
I am.
But I will say this. Big shout out to my dad today. He took a big leap today. He went completely fucking bald. He shaved his head.
No, he didn't.
Full fucking shaved.
You're lying.
I'm not fucking lying.
You are lying to me.
I swear.
Sides and everything?
Everything.
To the scalp.
He's fucking bald.
Like with a straight razor.
Straight fucking razor.
Shut up.
Yeah. He's fucking bald.
No way.
Yeah.
How's it look?
So he came into my room and
because some people can't pull that off. They look weird.
Well, he was worried about it.
Why?
Yeah, but I told him
he didn't have that much hair left anyway. Who cares?
Yeah, but I told him, I said, so when he first came in,
the little bit he had, it'll grow back.
I said he could go with the Uncle Phil. Bam. So, okay, this person has to know us.
It's probably one of your relatives.
Person, Dan got shaved.
Okay.
I'm almost 17.
Dude, I don't
Hang
know.
on, we gotta we're putting the pieces
I
together.
want to play Scooby-Doo.
Which, by the way, the new Scooby-Doo, watch it, guys, buy it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that next.
But no, he shaved his head, and he came in, and then I let it process whatever, and I was like, yeah, it looks fine. I mean, you shaved your head,
that's sweet.
What do you want me to tell you? No, go put it back fucking on.
It's gone.
Yeah, and then I went downstairs and I laughed, and I was like, dude, you know how funny it would be if you showed up to Dr. Bias's house today with a fucking shotgun and said I'm hunting wabbits. So
did you just really compare your dad to Elmer Fudd? You're such a dick.
Yeah.
Your dad's cool.
I hope I don't get that, guys, because I would not look good. I have a fucking egg-shaped head, so I'd look like Megamind with a shaved head. That would not look good on me.
You might as well just paint yourself blue.
Pretty much. But
I'm hoping that most of my hair stays in because I kind of have this plan as I get through life. I'm not cutting my hair anymore. The game plan right now is to not cut my hair anymore, and I'm just gonna have my hair long and crazy, and I'm hoping it'll all grow in gray or white like Gandalf, and then I'm just gonna carry a stick and wear a wizard hat forever from now on. That's my game plan.
That'd be funny as shit.
I know.
And what you should tell everybody, and they say you can't bring a stick into the office. It's get my fucking religion. I'm practicing the world of wizardry.
Yeah, I am a wizard.
I need a stick. My stick gives me all my power.
Need my stick.
Now you may. I can imagine you being the Walmart greeter, and all you have is a Gandalf stick and a fucking wizard hat on. Hello, welcome to Walmart.
Everyone's gonna think that I'm cosplay. No, this is just my clothes.
Yeah, this is what I wear on a daily basis.
It's nice to know that the Walmart discriminates against wizards.
This is bullshit. We're filing a lawsuit. We'll take hush money.
Why don't you give me some of that dirty Walmart money and I'll keep my mouth shut.
Yeah. So, but oh my gosh, yeah, no, he shocked me with the whole shaved head thing.
I think it's cool.
I didn't think he would ever do it. I thought he was going to.
Man, we've been telling him to just do that for a while.
But I told him that he would save.
I'm surprised he didn't go with the Picard though.
He kind of looks like it.
No, I mean and just leave it on the sides like Picard. I mean
that's the Uncle Phil.
That dude got the mad ladies. I'm just saying. All he has to do is just pick up an accent, and
it was just really funny because what I told him, I said,
He doesn't need to pick up the mad ladies. Your mom would murder some bitches.
go to the Tim the Tatman route. No hair on the top, just a big ass beard. Just look like a straight.
I don't know that he can grow a full beard like that.
Oh, he could.
Can
he? He could. He shaves it. He shaves it for work.
I can't.
And
my beard grows in. I look like a prepubescent.
Yeah, but it looks good.
Yeah, I mean, it looks alright. Soccer? Hint soccer? Is that Aiden?
It is Aiden.
Is he
Almost 17 years old.
He's almost 17.
Is Aiden's birthday in August?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's Aiden. You can't beat me at Modern Warfare.
Man, he came straight on the show and was like, man, you suck at Modern Warfare. I will beat you all day.
You can't.
Person.
It's definitely Aiden.
I
know.
feel like it's Aiden.
Because Aiden plays soccer.
Yep.
Almost turning 17.
Pretty damn good at soccer, too.
Now, if we were going to have a soccer match, I just sit inside and drink beer. Like, I wouldn't
you win. You're the best at soccer.
Yeah, I wouldn't even play. But if bet.
So do you drive? Or are you going to be driving soon?
He said he'll get his license in August. If you get your license and your parents are cool with you driving here,
to my house or his house,
yeah,
or someone's house.
We'll look at putting you in the D&D game.
Dude, I'm telling you, he has been like, man, we need to play. I want to play.
Bring your player's handbook. Bring your dice.
I gave him a starter set. Like I guess he's been playing on his own, trying to figure out just how to play the game. I don't know how you play by yourself, but.
Oh, it's Aiden. See, we tricked you. Now you disposed your identity.
Because we've been having a blast playing.
And by the way, Jason, I saw your haircut. It looks good. Whoever did your hair did a really good job. I saw his hair the other day. He went with like a little fade action. It was actually kind of nice. It really fitted him. So good job. Proud of everybody getting these haircuts all making me jealous. I'm like,
man, that's awesome. We got Aiden watching. Is this the first time you've ever watched us on the air?
I like how it says person. Maybe his mom made him so it's anonymous. person. Well, we discovered your identity.
I think that's cool though, man. Like we get a lot of people that watch us that are related to us.
YouTube's not our strongest suit,
it's
so
not.
Just having you.
It's not the first time he's watched.
Oh, and you just now starting to stay?
Yeah, you're just now talking to us. Come on, man.
I'm disappointed.
I'm not.
What's up, Jess? Welcome.
Hey, what's going on, Jess?
Watched since you told me about your channel. Oh yeah, I told him about our channel. You know what's funny? I met him at Haley's senior night, I believe it was.
He's been. He messaged me the other day on PlayStation. He's like, "Is Vera Coach still playing Call of Duty?" I'm like, "I'm not," because I don't know what user profile you use.
So I think I had your number saved wrong because the number that popped up.
I have his phone number. You want it?
Well, somebody sent me a message saying they want to play Call of Duty with me, and I was like,
he says he watches on his TV, so he can't comment.
Oh, teardrop, but that's okay. That's cool.
That's cool.
I'm glad we look good on the big screen.
Hey, Jess, what's up? We're probably getting off soon, but hey, thanks for watching.
But
seriously, come play Divinity 2 with me. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
But we'll look at it. I have it on every system. You guys should come and play it with me.
Yeah. We'll make sure we. So, I'll kind of talk to you about it because I have some ideas for when we get our group together.
Okay.
It's going to be a strict group. Like this is going to be, and Aiden, I need you to work on whatever accent you want to have. So everybody has to be in character. And now the chat is rapey.
What is he talking about?
How did we get rapey?
I don't know.
How did we get rapey?
How's come he's always got rape on the brain?
Yeah. Let's talk about that, Jason. Let's talk about your issues.
Let's turn this around. How's come everything's got to be about rape?
Yeah. Bill Cosby?
What's going on, Pudding Pops?
Yeah. Little Cosby sweater?
Little Harvey Weinstein over there?
Penn State University? I actually watched that episode. The poor kids.
Now chat is rapey. You're welcome.
Yeah. Could be in a Penn State locker room.
He's a rogue halfling. I like it.
I'm a halfling.
Is your name Frodo? Because if it is, you don't get to play with us.
I'm a ranger. I'm a ranger halfling. And I do a shit ton of damage.
I tell you, man, the game last night, it was long, but I'm proud of my team. They asked the right questions. They got through it, and next week is Dungeon Crawl time, so they're going to be getting to do some stuff.
I'm cute and rapey.
I'm cute and rapey. Oh. It's when Jess... Oh, okay.
Makes sense. The comments, I like how they went in exact order. I'm cute and rapey, and Jason says it's when Jess shows up.
Yeah, it's like she knew. So, again, thanks everybody for sticking it out last night with the 3+ hours of interrogations of the dead bodies and stuff. But you guys did it, and I'm sorry there wasn't more action and combat, but that's just the way it is.
He does it on purpose. Trust me.
I'm sorry, it's just the way that it is.
Me and him talk about.
I tried to push to get you guys to the house sooner, but I wanted you guys to figure it out on your own.
Because he's a dick.
I'm not a dick. What's the point of playing the game if I just tell you how to do everything?
I fought a bird.
Dia fought a bird. It's like a little mechanical bird.
That's kind of cool.
You should have watched the game, man. It was good. It was like a little murder mystery, kind of. A fireball went off, and there's intrigue, and it's awesome.
So Aiden, I probably won't use. I'm not going to use your name anymore. His name is Aiden, but person. We stream D&D. He streams Saturdays at 8:00.
Yep.
8:00 start time.
It's supposed to be 7:30, but I suck. And then last night I couldn't get the maps to work. I was on by 7:30, and the maps weren't showing up on the screen.
So 8:00. We stream on me and him, where he's actually not a DM, he's a player, that's not a normal thing for him. So we do that on Fridays, every Friday at 8:00.
Yeah.
Till 11:30. So if you can check out any of those days, and if we can
you can actually go back and watch our old broadcast. They're on there. So.
Yeah, so we didn't know anybody would watch on YouTube, so I don't think you stream on YouTube.
I don't, but I think I'm going to start putting them up there.
Maybe we'll post them up on YouTube for you,
They're on Twitch. Does he have Twitch?
I don't know if he has Twitch. If not, I can send you actual links to the video, so you can just instantly go and watch them. And I'll make sure I might post some of those now that I know you actually watch, because I actually was thinking about posting them anyway, so now that I know somebody watches.
Yeah, my teammates are laughing. LOL 8. Yeah. So next week, guys,
we're starting at 6.
I'm gonna probably get on around 7.
Okay.
Not 7:15, because it seems like almost every week I've had some sort of complication to get it happening by 7:30.
I feel like our group's so good. It's like 8:00. Okay, let's roll some dice.
So
we either just have somebody that's late.
I apologize about that, and we're gonna get it tried to fixed out. I honestly, like I said, I personally like to start earlier.
If he was on time, he would have gotten the rape joke. Haha.
Yeah, I was on time. I had you guys muted.
You deserved it. But
because when I hear people talking in Discord and I'm trying to do something, it distracts me. I can't focus.
It only bothers me really when I'm actually trying to really hardcore focus on.
Yeah, I'm trying to get stuff set up. So a lot of times I'll turn my. By the way, if you get that Astro headset, it's really nice because you can use the dual audio cards to mute one of the sources. So I just turned chat down. I didn't hear chat anymore.
Yeah.
Without having to actually go in and not be on chat.
Yeah.
So it's pretty nice.
Oh man, what a show, guys! What are we at? 5:30 almost.
Yeah, it's probably time.
I got a new putter.
She got a new pewter.
Oh, I thought
she was playing Warcraft last night.
I thought she said putter. We need to League. Let me know. I've been playing a lot of Earth because I've been tilted on League, and I don't like to get so mad at the game that I just don't want to play it anymore. So I just play Earth because it's fun. It's like a little party game.
Are you planning on streaming console stuff, or are you planning on streaming PC stuff?
If you have questions, I will help set up any streaming stuff that you need. I'm pretty good at it. I've done it a lot.
Me too.
Yeah, so if you need help. So I can help you with both and give you suggestions. So feel free to, if you want to, I think I added you on Facebook. So if you want to just message me on Facebook, I can help you if you have questions or whatever. So just let me know.
So we'll close it out. What do you got planned for this week? What are you wanting to do or accomplish this week as far as your gaming nerderies?
I want to I gotta talk to a realtor tomorrow, so that's definitely an accomplishment. Look at some houses. Restream, you've seen 100 messages today. We've gotten 100 messages from you guys today.
Bravo.
That is a first time ever.
Bravo.
We've actually never seen that message, so welcome everybody. Seriously, I don't know if you guys get to see that, but
they don't.
That's a first time. We never have that many chatters, so we appreciate you guys. Seriously, keep coming in on Sundays. But look at some houses. Get a few streams in this week. Reed's up on some more of my classes because I feel like shit's about to get real because we're almost 4, so maybe another spell slot or something.
Yeah, our party's almost 4 too.
Yeah, so we're moving along.
I feel like we got caught up to you guys faster.
Well, you got to think we missed a whole week.
I mean, I feel like they got to level 3 way before our group got to level 3.
Well, you're using Milestone, so it's a little different because
Mm-hmm.
we share XP.
Yeah.
When you do regular XP, so
I like doing actual XP once you're past level 5.
Yeah,
I think then it kind of gives you that feeling of you're getting something.
Yeah. So pretty much that D&D, and then just reading up, get a few streams in, get some more Warzone. get some Warzone play in. So if people are looking to play,
Did you
just
decide
let me
if you
know.
were going to buy your Dungeons and Dragons books? Decided to put it on the back burner for now?
I think I'm going to buy them because it is it's like $170 savings. So I think I'm gonna buy them. I just have to check with the lady friend before I buy them. So
Understandable.
because we're trying to save money right now. So yeah, if you want to play Warzone, person, if you want to play some Warzone, feel free. You guys can always add me. You already have me on PlayStation, so just let me know. That's all for me. I don't know what you're doing this week.
This week, I'm going to work on my backloggery. Try to knock out some stuff. I finally got to knock a game off my list that I have never beaten in my entire life, and that's Dragon's Lair. If you guys have never played Dragon's Lair, it's old and it's hard and it's kind of dumb, but I've been playing that game since not quite since it came out. I was a little too young for it. But I remember the game used to cost 50 cents to play, and it was hard.
No, it's free.
And well, no, I paid it. I mean, I bought it again, but I feel like with all the quarters that I have spent, they should have just gave me a free copy. But I did. I finally got to beat that, and that was pretty sweet. So I'm probably going to keep knocking on the games that I'm currently playing, and I'm hoping to finish Divinity. Like, this is the furthest I've been in Divinity on any of my playthroughs. But I'm also still willing to play Divinity with anybody that wants to play. So,
okay.
And thank you for the "I like your shirt" comment.
What about mine?
It's pretty sweet. It's got Chucky on it.
Yeah, just Chucky. Just got a wife on the back. All right.
No, it doesn't.
But thank you guys all so much. I appreciate everybody that came out today. This was
It was good showing.
great 43rd episode.
Come back next week.
You guys are awesome. Be here next week. If we can keep getting this, I think we're going to bring back the hoodies and stuff giveaways. I know we've slacked on that.
Slacked off on it a little bit because the viewership kind of went down a little bit.
Yeah, and we get it because you guys are adjusting to your lifestyles just like we adjust. So I think things are starting to get more normal now. I mean, we peaked at like 16 or 15 viewers today, so that's pretty good. We averaged around like 10 today.
Yeah, we're gonna be putting back out those two nerds hoodies and stuff. We'll probably start doing those giveaways again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be giving out some stuff on my own channel for Nick Displays Games. I know that I think this one's better, but
Yeah. Personal.
But anyone that actually watches me that wants to support the channel,
personal branding.
my friend came up with both logos, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So thank you guys all so much, and until next time, have a great weekend and enjoy your Memorial Day. Give thanks back to the ones that didn't make it back. So thank you guys all so much, and have a great rest of your day. Those two nerds are out.